This is Matt Garland, NMLS number 58700, but better known as MG the Mortgage Guy. Go get the House Hackonomics book right now. Go to mgbookstore.com. Today, we're going to talk about House Hackonomics with the NACA loan. I had to bring in the NACA queen herself, Nadira Taylor.
Hey, everybody. Nadira Taylor, principal broker of Diamond Mine Real Estate.
Diamond Mine Real Estate is in the building. So, how do we get approved for NACA loans in 2023?
Step one, make sure that you have all of your documents. That means your last 2 years tax returns, your last 2 years tax transcripts, your bank statements. Now it's Christmas time, right? Whatever new came out, you guys got it for your kids. So that means that you spent a whole lot. So if you are just now going through the NACA program and they ask for the last 3 months of your bank statement, why is your first appointment in January when you have to provide December's bank statement? Just wait a little while longer. Make your first appointment in April. Now you're providing January, February, and March bank statements, and you don't show how much money you spent for Christmas.
Step one, make sure all your documentation is lined up. Make sure your bank statements are calm, and make sure that you're providing the most recent 3 months of pay stubs, bank statements, nothing expired to have to your NACA rep. And if you did your appointment months ago, make sure you're always updating your file with your rep.
Make sure that you pay your rent. I say this for 2 reasons. When NACA doesn't work out for people and they complain, they never tell what they did to make NACA not work out for them. No one's going to sit back and tell you that they didn't pay their rent and they didn't pay their credit cards until you figure out that this is what's holding me up. So let's say it's rent time and you were on time all year. But in November, you were late, you pay a management company, and when NACA did their rent verification, they see that there's a late fee for November. So guess what? Your full year now starts again in December. There's 2 things that NACA don't play with: on-time rent payments and your savings.
When they're looking at your rent payments, are they looking at the days you're paying your rent also? Your rent is due on the 1st. Most people have grace period to the 5th, but some will give you to the 15th before a late fee.
They'll accept that.
But if you consistently paying after the 15th, will NACA underwriters look at you in a negative light because you have a history of not paying in the beginning of the month?
There's certain caveats to that. So if you have an actual management company, we all know that by the end of the grace period, that next day, they're going to produce late fees. So when you produce that statement from your management company that shows the late fees, then that's what it is. Now, if you're paying a person, Jane Doe or John Doe, if they don't tell NACA that you're paying your rent on time, then that is negative. Some people just have an issue with their landlord. And let's say for whatever reason they're withholding the rent. What they now need to do is hire an attorney. And if your rent is $1,500 a month, explain the situation to the attorney. How much do I have to pay you just to hold my monthly rent payments in your escrow account? Because I need to provide proof to my lender that I'm paying my rent on time.
Very important, guys. No cash. Cash is not king in this case. Everything has to have a paper trail.
Every now and then you still have those sticklers, especially if you're paying someone old time. They don't care what program you're going through. They want cash. So if your rent is $1,500, then that means that you are making an extra trip to the bank. You're not taking out $1,000 here, $500 here. You're going to the bank and you're taking out $1,500 the first of the month every single month to document that this is how much I'm paying.
All right, so you got that handled, you got your documents together. At what point do you recommend them actually going to now start that NACA process?
Once you have all of your documents together and you're comfortable, you did your checklist, you went over everything, at that point, do you then schedule a meeting with your counselor? Not before, because what you're going to do is hem yourself up for months. Because if you don't have it all, they're going to tell you, okay, so come back to me 3 or 4 months.
So in 2023, to put a bow on this, what else can we do to make this process go as smooth as possible for NACA so that way we can get some real estate? And how do we house hack with NACA too?
To put a bow on it, all of your documents are together and you're doing document management, not just uploading your items to NACA, but what you're also doing is you're saving them, whether it's on a drive, Google Drive, on your hard drive. This is your house that you're trying to get. So this information carries you anywhere, because if you're at work from 9 to 5 and they're working on your account from 9 to 5, then you're supposed to have your documents wherever you are at from 9 to 5. Now, when it comes to house hackonomics, I believe that it's better to get your multifamily home with NACA. And then after you start generating rental income and start building your generational wealth, then after that, go after your forever home.
So with the NACA program, you can buy 2, 3, 4 family properties, 100% financing, still get a below market interest rate, no PMI, closing costs paid for. How long do we need to live in this house?
5 years.
5 years.
Yes.
If we move out before 5 years, is there a penalty for that?
Yes, it is. So altogether, it's about $25,000.
The rules say
5 years.
5 years.
Yes.
And if not, you have to pay an early penalty
Yes.
to NACA for moving out, depending on what year, whether it's year 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Right.
It's like a declining scale of what you got to pay. But even if you got to pay the penalty, in my opinion, it's still a great program. You still got a below market interest rate.
One of the things that they don't mention as well is that if you default in your loan, NACA will help you for 3 months.
They'll make your payment?
Yes.
So how far behind do you have to be in order for NACA to kick in that assistance?
That, I believe, is 2 months. During COVID, they called me every month like how I worked to see how I was doing, if I was okay, if I needed any assistance, did I need to do a deferment. That they have a really great program when it comes to that.
All right, so make sure you guys tap in with my girl Nadira, the NACA Queen. Her information is in the description of this video. Holla at her for all your NACA needs. I don't originate NACA loans. Please don't come to me and say, Matt, I want to do a NACA loan with you, because I can't help you. Okay? If it don't work out for you with NACA, then holla at your boy. Apply with MG.com, and me and my team can help you. All right? So this is Matt Garland, NMLS number 58700, but better known as MG the Mortgage Guy. Peace.